there's too much what I would call practical advice sermons. How to raise your children, or how to do a better job with colleagues at work. I mean, those are important things. I mean, I think people are thinking about those things, but the Bible just isn't that kind of an advice book, you know, where you can turn to a certain chapter and find a way to deal better with your anger. So, I mean, I think that's one problem I hear, is that particularly with very, very big churches that I click on every now and then, not to name them, but they're more about sort of easy living kinds of things. And I think that's not really engaging the biblical text, even though people at those churches will claim that that is biblical preaching. The other thing is that I think people have gotten a little too, what would I say, a little too casual about preaching. I mean, I think for a while there was a big emphasis on getting away from the pulpit, walking around, not ever using a manuscript. I mean, even teachers in seminary would say, you are not allowed to use any notes. You simply have to, you know, think about the sermon ahead of time, prepare it, but then get up and talk. Very few of us do that well. Maybe somebody after years and years of experience really can hold those ideas in her head, but I think somebody like Fred Craddock, I mean, I've heard Fred Craddock preach, and he doesn't have anything in front of him, but he has worked that out so carefully that it's not just haphazard. And now I've heard too many people who do simply wander about. They have a couple ideas, and then they think that they can just get up and talk, in a sense, to people. And it feels to them much more natural, and it probably is. It's just that there's a lot of rambling. And when you go off on a tangent, then you have to bring that back somehow. And pretty soon the sermon is very disorganized and often gets way too long. So we have students preach one sermon without any notes, but I say to students, that is not my rule at all. You know, if a manuscript helps you communicate what you really want to say, what's gotten inside of you from this text, then use that manuscript, but don't read it. I think the other thing, people in congregations don't want people to read their sermons. They do want you to look at them. They want to know that you care, that they're there. Otherwise, you might as well send it out to them as an email attachment.